Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zara, Bobbi Brown's pro makeup artist. Today I'm going to be showing you my super simple brow routine, only using a few products. So if this is something that sounds good to you, definitely keep watching. First step is to get my brows looking as fluffy and full as I can. To do that, I'm going to use soap. So I've just got my soap brow over here. You can use any clear soap, which you can get from any shop really. And I'm going to go in with my brow definer and groomer brush. I've actually bent the spoolie side so that it can go into the soap well, and then you've got the angular part to fill in the brows. And I'm going to take my Primer Plus 3-in-1 setting spray. I'm going to spritz 2 sprays in the soap, and with my spoolie I'm just going to go in and coat the spoolie. So just run it all the way through the soap like this. And what soap is going to do is just going to really lay your hairs flat onto the skin and keep them up. I've got quite stubborn brows that sit downward, so this really helps to push them out. Okay, so you're going to coat the brush like that, and then I am just going to brush the soap through the hairs. This does take a little bit of practice, getting the right amount of product, making sure not to leave it too long, but just have a little play with it and you'll start to get used to it. So I am just combing the soap through, and now I'm going to take the side of the brush and just pull up all the hairs, get them to stand upwards. Don't worry if it looks crazy in the beginning, because you can always push them down, and it's just getting to set them that way first of all. Once you're happy with that, I like to get just a clean spoolie and just shape the brows up a little bit more. And you can see they're nice and fluffy and sitting upwards. Now I'm going to conceal the underneath of my brows just to really clean it up and almost give a guideline to see where I can actually apply my brow powder. I'm going to go into the color Warm Natural into my Instant Full Cover Concealer, which is a shade lighter than my normal concealer color. And I'm going to use my eyeliner brush. You want to be quite sparing with this because you don't want to have to take too much time blending out the product. So I'm going to start from the front of the brow and just do a little line underneath, giving the brow a little bit of shape. I like to start right in the front first. And this is why it's really important you only have a small amount of product so you don't put too much on. And we're going to go to the ends. Line the arch of the brow and then meet in the middle. So you can see it just gives the brow a little bit more shape. And then what you want to do is just blend it out. So I'm just going to take a soft fluffy brush. This is my eyeshadow brush, and just blend out the concealer so it softens out the edges. Now you can see it gives me the guideline of where I'm going to put my brow powder. I'm now going to go into my brow powder in the color Saddle and just basically fill up the gaps. Because I've brushed all my hairs up, it's easy to see exactly where it needs to be filled. Right underneath here, I can see a little gap, so I'm just going to do little lines through the brow. And this is what I like about the brush, it's so thin. So it really allows you to create those hair-like strokes. And you always want to follow the direction of where your hair is growing. So if your hair is growing up or to the side, follow that direction and it will look the most natural. And I like to start at the ends first, because I find that if we start through the front, you find that you put way too much product on, and you want the front to be really nice and soft. So I'm taking a really small amount on my brush and just flick the brush upwards like this, because you can see through the front of my brow the hairs grow upwards, so I just want to follow exactly that direction. Look how natural that is, and I hardly used any brow powder. Nice and fluffy. Now we're going to really emphasize the bottom arch of our brow, because this really lifts the look of the brow. I'm going to use this color here, which is just called Cream. It's just a bone shade color, any sort of like underbrow highlighter color. I always like to say stick with a matte because a shiny one will bring too much attention to the actual skin rather than the brow. So stick to a matte shadow underneath the brow. Same thing, I'm just gonna pat that on, and it almost sets that concealer that we've applied on too. Just pack it on and then sweep it through. I can see that I missed a tiny bit. Let me put a bit more product. So I've missed a little gap right here. So I'm just adding a little bit more of that saddle through those little gaps. And then I'm going to use the spoolie and just comb it through, comb it up, make sure that it's nice and lifted on both sides. And it is as simple as that. This is my completed super easy brow routine using only a few products. If you like this type of video, do subscribe below and click the notification bell to find out when I next post up my videos. Till then, bye!